back with another video. Whoa! You're excited? Did y'all hear Riley? She's excited to be back with you guys today. So today I'm excited because I have my canner set. I ordered this on Amazon. I think I paid like 89 bucks for it, 90 bucks. So I'm about to unbox it. It is a water canner. It's a full set, so it's gonna have everything I need to start my canning journey myself. So if you guys checked out my last video, I did my first canning of some strawberry jam that we went to a strawberry patch and we picked fresh strawberries and we got together and canned. That was my first canning experience. So after that experience, I purchased my own set. So I'm gonna try the canning myself now. So I'm gonna open this set, let you guys take a look at it. But this is the box, got it from Amazon. Be careful, I'm about to cut this box open. So this is the box.
It says, we may not be the biggest, but we are determined to be the best.
It says Super Ant. Super Ant.
We got the Super Ant. We got the Super Ant.
We got the Super Ant. Okay. Go. So here's the lid for the pot right here.
And what is this, Mommy?
That is what goes inside the pot.
So you put stuff on top of it?
We put the cans, we set this in the pot like this. We put the cans on here and then we get ready to drop it in. It goes in. Food grade stainless steel canning kit.
We'll
put this over here. And I'm gonna put that over there for now. We're gonna open this. So this is what comes in here. And this is gonna have everything we need. So it's gonna have our wide mouth funnel in here, the jar tongs, the jar wrench, the bubble popper, magnetic lid lifter, jar lifter, measuring cups, scoop. And it has some labels in here for us. So let's open this.
How they put it in there?
Well, look at that. That's a nice scoop. I like that. It's a big scoop for scooping. Here's my funnel.
A funnel, yeah, I see.
Measuring cups. Jar lifter.
Jar lifter.
Jar lifter. Jar lifter.
Check.
These are the jar tongs.
Jar tongs.
This is the magnet tool to use for the lid. To get those out of the water because they're going to be hot too. Magnet. The bubble popper. Labels. They're so sweet. They came all the way from Florida to bring me vegetables from my late aunt's beautiful garden. So I have to really can this. So I'm very thankful that I get to can my late aunt's vegetables today. It's so special to me. Love stuff like this. So this is gonna be my first canning experience by myself. So y'all bear with me. I've been doing some research, been reading. So we're gonna see how it goes. I sent my husband to the store. He's picking up everything. He's called me, so I think he has everything I need. It's a big bag. So I have cucumber and I have squash. Cucumber and squash. Whoa!
Is it heavy?
Is it heavy? Yes. Look at all of these cucumber. You see this small, Mommy? Whoa!
Ooh.
Let me let y'all see this better. Give y'all a better angle.
Ooh,
so we're gonna get these in the sink and clean off.
That definitely got in some dirt.
Yeah, all of them been in dirt. They come from fresh out the garden. Okay guys, so You see our cucumbers? We also have squash. Sink, get them washed off, clean. Then we're gonna have to start going one by one and chopping them all up and getting them ready for the jars. For when my husband gets back, he has the jars. He has a new pot that I'm gonna use to make my brine. So y'all follow along, stay tuned. It's gonna be a process, but we are gonna get it done. Y'all stay tuned, okay? Guys, so now it is time to clean our vegetables. So we have a sink filling up with water, and we're gonna put our vegetables in. So we're gonna let them sit and we'll be back. Okay, so I've let my squash soak for a little bit. So now I'm gonna take them out of the water and set them on my kitchen towel to dry, and then I'm going to start chopping them up and getting them prepared to go in jars. All of my clean, beautiful squash. So I have a lot of chopping to do so that the jars will be ready. Next thing I'm going to do. So the next thing I'm going to do, I got my squash all clean. They're sitting over here drying now. So the next thing I'm going to do is unbox my mason jars and get them sterilized. So I'm going to place those in the oven for a bit so they can be nice and warm. Then I'm going to get all my squash chopped up and ready for the jar. So I'm trying to decide. I like my squash to be circular, so I'm trying to decide how I'm going to chop them, but I think I'm going to go with the circles because that's how I like to cook them. So you guys are going to see. I'm going to show you how I'm going to chop those up, get my brine ready, and yeah, I'll give you the recipe that I'm going to use. So I'm going to be canning for frying because I want my squash to be kind of still firm in the jars. I don't want them to be soft because I don't make a whole bunch of casseroles. If you're making like casseroles and things of that nature, then it might be better to use a different process, but this process is going to be good for like frying. We do a lot of squash and eggs, so I want them to still be firm a little when I take them out. So stay tuned, I'm going to show you.
Hey everybody, I am washing some cans because we are going to be canning for the squash over there. So I'm going to be washing them out. We're going to put them in the oven. I'm washing one out right now.
So Zalea is just washing some of our mason jars. I have 7 that I'm going to start with. So she's washing them for me, getting them nice and clean, and then we're going to put them in the oven on low heat just to make sure that they stay warm and sterilize them while we chop up our squash. So we started this process, our squash has dried off, but now it's time to chop. Okay, so now I'm going to chop my squash. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the nets off because I want them to be the circular shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the ends off, and then I'm going to cut the necks off. These are the necks. I have a pot here. I'm going to put all the necks in this pot and just chop these up. Depending on how thick you want it to be. I don't want mine too big, but I don't like them too thin either. So I'll show you about how I like mine.
I'm not done.
Okay, awesome. Leia is a great help in the kitchen. She's a great help with anything though, to be honest. She helps me out all the time. I'm so thankful for my daughter, my oldest daughter. My baby girl, she tried to last. She was fighting sleep. Now you see she finally gave up. So this is about how thick I cut this one. This is the perfect size right here, y'all, like mine. Ready to put our containers, I'm sorry, not containers, our jars in the oven for about at least 10 to 15 minutes. And then we're gonna start filling them up. So they're gonna be very, very hot when we take them out, so we're not gonna touch them when we take them out, okay? Guys, we're making our brine right now. Okay. So Leia is filling our pot with 18 cups of water right now. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to do 18 cups of water, and then we're going to do 1 cup of vinegar and 1 cup of sugar. So I'm going to do vinegar while she's doing that. We're just using white vinegar. Got this from Walmart. So I'm going to use this measuring cup because she has the 1 cup measuring. This is the half a cup. So I'm just going to be doubling that.
Well.
So now we need 1 cup of sugar as well. We do a lot of squash and eggs in the morning and just squash in general. So we're going to be canning these squashes. Obviously I cannot cook all of this squash, so we're going to can it. So this is the sugar that we're going to use. It's raw cane sugar. And we need 1 cup. So we can use this now. Here, hold this one. I'm holding it too, Riley. Riley's helping us, you guys. Aw, you're so sweet, Riley.
Can I take some, Mommy?
Hold on. Pour that in.
Ooh! Yeah.
Perfect. So now this is the brine that we're going to be using to put over the squash that's going to be in the jars. So now we're going to move this pot to the stove. We're going to let this pot come to a boil because we need the sugar to dissolve. So this is a dish drying mat. I'm going to use this dish drying mat to put the hot jars on, because we don't want to set the hot jars on top of the counter. You don't want your jars to come in contact with anything that's going to be a different temperature. Anything cool, you don't want your jars to come in contact with that because it's going to make the glass break. So I'll put this down. We're going to take the jars out of the oven because the jars are in the oven. I set the oven at 230 because I want my jars to be warm, and I also want them to be sterilized for this process. So the oven is keeping them warm, it's keeping them sterilized. I got my canning pot on the stove. The canning pot, I'm going to let it get to a boil. It's so much water in the canning pot, it's going to take a minute. And also it's a lot of water in our brine. So it's going to take a minute for that to come to a boil as well. So while we're getting that to a boil, we're going to lay this out, get our hot jars out, and start filling them with the squash. You want to make sure all that sugar dissolves.
Can I stir?
That's going to come out. Okay, so now you're good. You can let it just chill for a second. So now we're going to get...
You want me to take this out or leave it like that?
You can take it out. Take it out and set it over here. There you go. Perfect. So I'm gonna reduce the heat on that because it seemed like it was coming to a boil. That's gonna be warm. So you want everything to be warm. You don't want the temperatures mixing with the glass. We wanna keep everything warm. Go like the DeJarnett family on all platforms. Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, and we're on Instagram. So all platforms. We are trying to do our best. Stop pinching. To post content, but you know, family life gets in the way sometimes. But y'all go like our page. So anyway, we're gonna keep going. This is my first time. This is my first time canning. So I did it once before with a group of moms, the homeschool mom crew that I'm a part of. So one of the moms hosted like a little canning day for the moms in the group. And the day before we took the kids to a strawberry patch. So the next day, ooh, whoa, it's in there. Okay, we did it. Okay, so now that's gonna stay there for about 15 minutes. Okay, guys. So 15 minutes, guys. We gotta wait for 15 minutes. We're good. So after 15 minutes, we're gonna come back. We're gonna take them out. And we're gonna we should hear a popping sound like on the lids. They're gonna pop. That's how we're gonna know that they're all done, that they have sealed. So we're gonna wait for that. So these have been processing for about 15 minutes now. So it's time to take them out. So I'm gonna show y'all what they look like. Okay guys, so we are finally finished. You happy to be finished? We're finally finished for today. We've done 12 quart-sized jars of canned squash. So I'm so proud of myself. It was fun. It was a learning process. There's some things that I would do differently next time. There are some things that I wouldn't do differently next time. But overall, it was a pretty straightforward process. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Y'all like, share, subscribe. Y'all stay tuned. I'm going to be trying some sweet pickles next. So I'm probably going to be doing those in the next couple of days. So y'all stay tuned. Bye-bye.